Hey, what's good? What's good? Episode 3 of season 2 of Red College Football. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We just saw TCU get beat. They should have been got beat, but hey, we just saw TCU got beat. That's what's up. And I mean, even going back to last night, whew, uh, last night was something else, man. USC's defense decided they didn't want to show up. They didn't want to tackle. They just wanted to hug Utah defenders the whole time. So that was a casualty. TCU being another casualty that opens the door back up for Ohio State, for Alabama. Who knows who else is the door is open for? Who knows? It's good, Daryl Jones. You said if people can't see this stuff is rigged / scripted, then you don't know what else to say. That's what I'm saying. Like I saw people trying to defend that shit on that video. One of the videos I posted yesterday or today from the USC game. Talking about like it's not rigged. Like, are you serious, bro? Like, come on, bro. Y'all gotta wake up to this shit. Like, it don't make no sense. Get that music going real quick. There we go. What's up, Demarius Williams, TCU? So who getting in, Alabama or Ohio State? I would say Ohio State has a stronger case than Alabama does. But with the committee and knowing how biased they've been towards Alabama in years past, even going back to the BCS system of picking who goes to what bowl game and stuff, I can see them still siding with Alabama, but it should be Ohio State if we're going off of that. Their resume wasn't as bad as I thought. I went back and looked. I was like, Ohio State actually did have some quality wins. Again, with Alabama, my biggest gripe is the fact they shouldn't be ahead of us at all. They lost to Tennessee and LSU, so there's no reason for them to be above them. But we know how that shit go. So Kevin Sampson in the building. TCU ended on the under 60 points and out of the playoffs. Yeah, don't nobody want to see no damn Horned Frogs. What up, Adam? Adam in the building too. QB didn't try to score. No, he didn't. You don't call it football. It's scripted fake nonsense. Ohio State and Bama will be in the playoffs. It'll basically be the same teams from last year, except for who's it? Cincinnati. Those other teams instead. But you get another Ohio team in there, assuming everything plays out the way one would think it would be. Yeah, it'd be Georgia, I'm going to say USC. Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, Michigan. To that Max Duggan run, TD run, what the fuck was that exactly? But I say even the bowl games that no one watches are scripted, like the McDonald's Bowl or the Idaho potato shit. Yep. Yeah, because people betting on it too. It's like this is something that casual fans might watch and see. Like they may not keep up with the whole season, but they at home with the family. They want to watch something on TV. They got this bowl game out in the middle of Albuquerque, the New Mexico Bowl or something. They might want to, you know what I'm saying, throw some money on there. But yeah, those scripted too. I got clips from last year showing how that shit was scripted. So they call me Mr. Lobo. What's up? So they all want Bama in the college football playoff so bad. Unfortunately, they have no business being there, but yeah. And that's why LSU lost to A&M in embarrassing fashion last week. Because that made that door wide open. That's why you had that's why it's a combination of a lot of teams just lost to make that shit even possible. Clemson lost last week. Oregon lost last week. USC lost this week. TCU lost this week. Ohio State lost last week. That's half the top 10 right there. What's up, Soul 10 in the building? What's good? What's good? They said happy December. Yeah, it is December. This year done flown by. Not flown. Ohio State, Alabama, Natty. I got Alabama. Or excuse me, not Alabama, Ohio State. So if Georgia loses, they drop to 3. It'd be something if Georgia lost this game and then they didn't make the playoffs. Actually, that'd just be funny. I hate Georgia. That'd be hilarious. But that ain't happening. Yeah, I'm feeling good, Sultan. I'm feeling good, man. Went to the gym earlier today. Nothing too crazy. Bet on the USC and TCU messed it up. Damn, Vince. Josh Price said you may be wrong, but maybe Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and Bama. Vegas all about money. Yeah. Get the main teams in there. They're trying to get Bama back in. Unfortunately, they are. Like I said, Kirby isn't smart. If Alabama get in, they'll be the 4. They have to be the 4 because they're the 2-loss team. If they got in, because everybody else, Georgia would be undefeated. LSU wouldn't be in it. Ohio State would have a loss, and Michigan would be undefeated. So by default, they'd be the 4. So do I think wins and losses are all decided by Vegas, or do I think Satanism and sacrifice has crept into sports? It's been in sports, college too. But Vegas definitely has a hand in this too, because like I said before, they already pumping all these betting commercials in your face. We got NIL deals at play. This is big TV money involved. Players transferring left and right like NFL free agency. So it's a combination of all of that stuff. That's why you see all these players that make it to the league that are the bigger name stars. They be throwing up the devil horns, doing the 666s, the one-eye symbolism on their IG post. Those are the ones that you see in the big name commercials and stuff, like your Bryce Young, your Caleb Williams, or while they're painting their nails, Caleb Williams, shit like that. Cruddy said Bama in. Unfortunately, bro, whole ass niggas gonna put Bama in. Just made a bet on LSU the way this is going. It'd be funny if every team that was supposed to win lost. That means Georgia would lose today. Michigan would lose. I don't see why they do that, but that'd be some next level chaos. That TCU game was BS. Vegas had their money on K-State. Terrible calls. That shit was rigged as fuck. Oh yeah, no question about it. Because it really just highlights just like when you get to the bowl games and shit like that, it really just highlights a lot of the rigging, for lack of a better term, that we see in sports now. Change this, huh? What's the auto change? Nah, there we go. Yeah. The Michigan gonna get screwed. I saw them like questioning, like I guess hinting at it in a little bit, if was this gonna be like an upset in the Big Ten championship game. Was Purdue gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, throw in an upset? And if they did beat Michigan, I mean Michigan should still get in. But it'd be very interesting to see what they did. I think they're all one and the same. What do I think about Kanye? Man, Kanye is a dude that, like, he'll speak some truth, but then he'll say some wild shit. And it's just flip-flopping, and it makes it just, they're to the point they just make it so hard to believe anything he says. He's still down with him, and I don't think he one of the good guys or something. No, he's still down with him. He really just being a distraction. That's why I don't try to make a lot of videos on shit Kanye does, for the most part. That Michigan ain't losing. Seen that clip where Kanye West was supposed to NFL in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I saw that on the Drink Champs. I saw that. What's up, Bronze Flat Power Guy in the building? So LSU could upset today. That would be funny as hell if they did. Might see a Georgia-Michigan rematch for the Natty. Yeah, someone presented that to me before. I could see that matchup. Obviously, I don't see Georgia winning, but I can see that being a potential matchup. Either that or, you know, the Ohio State angle. Let's say Ohio State, Alabama. Would they actually meet up? Let me see. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible they could meet up. I think both their quarterbacks are from California. What up, JJ? JJ in the building. Georgia and Michigan are both 17-point favorites. Yeah, I have a strong feeling both of those games are going to be closer than we think. Like on paper, Georgia should handle this shit easily. But from what we've seen from Friday and the first game prior to this one, anything can happen. Stetson Bennett could have the worst game of his career today. Said Georgia's going to come up short. Watch. I hope they do. I just want to see them niggas lose. It ain't going to change shit. They still going to get in the playoffs. I just want to see them niggas lose. Extremely crooked if they put Bama in the playoffs. That'd be criminal. And then another thing is that we're going to the narrative of, see, this is why we need a 12-team playoffs. So it goes hand in hand. Excuse me. It's kind of like how Bama ended up winning the national championship, even though they didn't even play in the SEC championship game. Because who they beat? They beat LSU in New Orleans, and LSU didn't even cross the 50. And then it was like, all right, bro, we need a playoff now. So they really just escalating it more and more. It'd be funny as hell if they missed it. I don't see them missing it, but that'd be funny as hell. Well, they should have known TCU would lose, and Alabama's most likely getting in the playoffs. Yep, it's like the whole world will fall. They will make the whole world fall so Bama gets in the playoffs at a big game. What's up, Andre Bailey in the building? Yeah, they'll just have any given team just flat out lose. Like, come on, bro. Who you fooling? Really don't want to see Ohio State and Michigan play in the first round again. I don't think they would do that as a rematch. Let's see. If the one would play the 4, and then the 2 would play the 3. So if Georgia wins, it'd be the 1. 4 would be Bama. They play Alabama in a rematch. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. They might fuck around and play with that shit just so they can mix match that. Balenciaga promoting pedo. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not surprised. All these big name companies do this shit allegedly. Like shit, Subway. Who was the face of Subway for so many years, and what was he getting caught with? And now he making subs in prison. Super ironic. So that would be a 2 and a 3. I don't know if they really go for that Michigan Ohio State rematch though. They'd have to fuck with the rankings and do some shit that don't make sense just to get the matchups they want. And it'd be funny too, because you think about it, that'd be Big Ten, all Big Ten SEC college football playoffs, and you see who's been at the center of these storylines for expansion and conferences. You got the Big Ten getting USC and UCLA, and they trying to compete. They getting a TV deal with CBS starting next year, and then the SEC they got Oklahoma and Texas coming in. So it's an even bigger storyline there of Big Ten versus SEC if it were to play off like that. That man said Jared getting subs planted in his ass. So everyone manager reward them by putting them in and watching and giving them good TV ratings, especially if you don't change the channel during a commercial where they make the most of their money. Which is super ironic. That's when they make most of their money. But that's business. It is what it is. You honestly could see Ohio State rematch in Michigan. They said Michelin. So they could get their revenge. Yeah, I mean, they did that same angle last year. Not necessarily to that same script. But with Bama and Georgia, they did the same shit where Bama won the SEC championship game, then they play in the Natty. And then we saw Georgia winning. And I mean, they hinted at that on CBS at the end of that game. Let's see what Georgia about to do. Oh, wildly overthrowing receivers. That's nice. That's always a nice touch. Really sell that shit. Oh, speaking of selling shit, Caleb Williams last night, one of the ongoing storylines was the whole hand injury he had. And I mentioned before how he likes to paint his fingernails. I didn't know this, but before every game, whoever USC plays, he will put fuck on one hand and on the other whoever they're playing, whether it be Oregon, UCLA, etc. Obviously, they're playing Utah, so fuck on one hand, Utah on the other. They made sure, the USC staff that has made sure there was a dude in the camera shot to cover up one of the F's on his fingers as they zoomed in on the camera shot. So all you see was UCK. And then when the camera zoomed out a little bit, I saw one of the USC staff members whisper to that dude who was in the way on that camera shot he was good to move out the way. The TCU should still be in the playoffs at number 4. Only one loss to a championship team in overtime versus 2 losses by Bama. Yeah, Bama shouldn't be in. The thing about TCU is the level of competition. They ain't really playing nobody. That's the one thing that would hurt Michigan more than anybody, was that the fact they really didn't play anyone once until they played Ohio State. Like maybe Penn State, for some reason they're in like the top 10. Maybe Penn State, but they ain't really play nobody. See, Bama not getting in. To illustrate that Ohio State's the better team and that loss was a one-off. Said Bama got 2 losses. Like I said, they shouldn't be in, but you know how they roll. They gonna do some shit. Plays like these happen in high school football often, but when you see them in college, you guys automatically assume it's scripted. Yeah, because there's big money involved, buddy. There's TV deals. There's sports betting. Whole websites promoting this shit. NIL deals at play. What are you talking about? On top of that, you have coaches and players who've mentioned this shit is not what it seems. It's a business. How will society be when Gen Z and millennials are in their 30s and 40s? Soft as hell. Unless Gen Z ain't some bitch ass niggas. Respectfully. But I say soft as hell. We will see a lot more entrepreneurs though, due to the internet. Ohio State Michigan game also got extremely high TV ratings, so they'll probably be in every year now. Not every year. They're going to have to flip-flop somebody. It's one of those where it's like one person will be in, one might be out type shit. Ohio State is not better than Michigan. Bums are overrated. It's a script, period. Bama shouldn't get in. They shouldn't. Yeah, there is actually a point to where you can use some common sense. Say Alabama's playing, I don't know, Georgia State. Alabama, even if they didn't have help, is still going to beat the shit out of Georgia State. They're going to have better players. It just comes down to the actual outcome of specific plays and shit when it comes to scoring and these wacky turnovers. Even within that same game, they could not need a whole lot of help from the referee. They don't have to give the referee need a whole lot of bullshit calls. And guess what? They can still win. But when Bryce Young throws a blatant pick to some nigga on Georgia State's team and there was no receiver around, that was a scripted play. Bama only got put in front of Tennessee because it's rigged. The only criteria is how bad your losses are, not who have won against. Which, yeah, true, which is some bullshit that they even do that. That Georgia's going to win it at the end of the day. I don't see Georgia winning the Natty this year. Do I think the Michigan State fight was all fake and seems fake? Oh, talking about the thing where the player got an assault charge and stuff. Bro, niggas don't like each other. Like, that's the thing. NFL maybe be a little bit different, but like with college players, like when niggas get in trouble and shit, some of that shit do be scripted. But at the end of the day, these are still like 19, 20-year-old kids. And you're going to make mistakes. I know when I was 19, 20, I was making mistakes. Maybe not like legal mistakes per se, but you're going to make mistakes. You're going to lose your temper and do some dumbass shit. TCU got a small fan base, so they're probably definitely not making the play. Like I said, don't nobody want to see no goddamn horned frog. It's all about the casual fan when it comes to bowl games and playoffs. The casual fan don't give a shit about TCU. What up, Lorenzo? Oh yeah, these playoff games. Yeah, these ain't even really playoff games, but the conference championships game. Yeah, it went from the regular season being like this shit was cool to yo, this shit just went left like that, man. It's a shame that they rigged it for Ohio State and Bama. Possibly in the college football playoffs, same teams every year. Yep, that's what, builds an argument for that 12-team playoffs again. So you call USC and TCU choking so Bama and Ohio State can get in. Do you only think certain players are in on the fix? Maybe on a specific play, for sure. No question. You don't need everybody in on that play. But you can tell who was in and who wasn't on the play. You can tell. But as far as like the overall general concept of knowing like these games are scripted, yeah, there's a lot. The ones that make it to the league, they know because they either that path was already paid for them or they had to play that game to get to the next level. Didn't know TCU ever make the college football championship. Oh, hell no. They know Bama and Ohio State has way more fans and they get more viewers. And travel. That's nothing. Traveling fans plays a factor in who gets placed in what playoff game or bowl game. Like if they know Bama and Ohio State on the East Coast, they're not going to have in the semifinal matchup them travel all the way to California. It'd make more sense Texas because it's closer or whatever fucking site it is, the closer one. And having, say, Oregon and I don't know, Michigan or some shit travel all the way to somewhere far east. Okay. LSU has a 3-1 record apparently against Georgia all-time SEC championship games. Yeah. LSU's 2019 run, I think they beat Georgia. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they beat Georgia. You're going to see Michigan win it all because it's different. It's going to be different for 1 year, then it's going to be all this shit's annoying real quick. Ohio State and they will win the Natty. Mark it down. And they go back to buddy, what's his name? Dwayne Haskins. To what if LSU beats Georgia? It would create a lot of chaos, and then they could really just pick whoever the hell they want to. They usually have a sacrificial lamb at number 4 in the playoffs, like Cincy. This year, they don't necessarily have that. If it's all blue blood schools. If we have 2 SEC and Big Ten teams in the playoffs, this could be a possible chance of them 2 conferences breaking off from the NCAA to their own leagues like the NFL. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So we going to Jupiter. That's a far trip. What's up with you? So how can only certain players be in on the fix? That's absurd. What about injuries? What about players not in on the fix? Scores a touchdown, commits a penalty. Logic is very flawed. Not really, bro. All right, let me break this shit down one by one. So how can only certain players be in on the fix? I'm talking about for a specific play. Like a quarterback, Brock Purdy for Iowa State last year. Batted the ball on a tip pass to the defender. Straight up to the defender. Obviously, he was in on that play. And you have to keep in mind they also have the headsets inside the helmet. And I've talked to people and they have said they have heard voices from people that weren't on the coaching staff telling players to do some weird shit they shouldn't be doing in the game. Like throw to number 85 and this nigga's in double coverage. So what about injuries? Of course niggas get hurt. They can also fake injuries. This is not something that's some made up shit. They've been doing this for years. They did this with Chip Kelly in his Oregon offense, that high tempo plays with fake injuries. On top of that, look up Vontaze Burfict fakes injury when he was at Arizona State. That nigga faked like 9 leg injuries in one game. And it was like knee, Next play, he back in the game. Other knee. Next play, he back in the game. Like, come on. As far as touchdowns and shit, basically, coaches will put players out of position on purpose. So in practice, when they're running this shit, they call them scoring plays. The defenders are already out of position when they line up in the game. So it's a guarantee. When so-and-so runs a slant, he gonna get the ball. Easy touchdown. As far as penalties, players can do dumb shit on purpose too. And refs can just call shit they want to as well. So let's not forget that. The TCU out of the playoffs, Michigan will lose to Purdue. The most chaotic day in college football history. Funny if LSU wins, though. Says it possible to make it to the league without selling your soul. If you do, excuse me, nigga, you going to be on the practice squad at most. You ain't going to be a star. Said Purdue will win against Michigan. Do I think they make pro athletes go through the same rituals as in the music and movie industry? Yes. If you, obviously I'm talking about stars now. Like your big name stars, yes. It's like you think about some of the questions they ask these players whenever they about to get drafted. Like Darius Geis was talking about, they asked him if he was into dudes or something, like was one of the questions. It's kind of like, what's that got to do with football? Like little shit like that. Of course, they're going to know all your personal info, your social security. They're going to ask you, do you have any relatives that played in the NFL? So they try to get as much info, as much dirt as possible on you. And that should be obvious, like Odell Beckham. That's a prime example. When will it be the last time we see Nick Saban's dominance at Bama and retire? I'll say we still got another, I'll say a little under 10 years. A little under 10 years before that shit finally dissipates. And even then, they've already said it would be Dabo Swinney would take over afterwards. So it's not just like Bama just going to fade away. Them niggas going to reload. If that happens, Georgia would be out of the playoffs. They go for the best four teams of Georgia has been that top four this year. And I think about Georgia, why I say they'd make it even with the loss, it'd be one loss and it'd be the LSU. That's really why at this point. There'd be no reason to put Bama over them. But Bama didn't even play in the SEC championship game. College football players have the earpieces in their helmets. Yep. They've been doing that shit for a long time. So they ask weird questions. They're trying to make Bama relevant, but not as dominant as they were last decade. The thing is, players have caught, or not players, but teams have caught up too. With NIL, players don't have to go to Bama to get paid, allegedly, and get to the league. They can go to any school now. Shit, we saw Travis Hunter going to Jackson State. Obviously, he was getting paid, but that shit did change some shit. It leveled the playing field out a little bit more than people thought. Teams of powers that be control celebrities through blackmail. Yes, definitely. So you think high school might be somewhat scripted to you? High school has Earl Campbell's grandson and so many 3 to 5 stars on defense, and the coaches ran the dumbest defensive formation and lost first round. Is that what, Texas? I say more so rigged than scripted for high schoolers. Like, that's a tall ask to ask some high schoolers to necessarily script some shit. As far as rigging some shit, yeah, like 1 or 2 players, especially a star player, yeah. But then to script some shit at high school, hell no, I wouldn't trust no high school with that shit. Definitely rigged though. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. So fake energy, Jaden Daniels limping, added storyline, you know, to the game. Some people just know gonna never wake up. I mean, shit, if you're going to type an essay, nigga, I'll give you an essay response. Verbally, I ain't finna type all that shit out. Especially if it's a comment or something on a video and it's a long-ass essay and they talking about how it's real and not fake and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm done reading after 2 sentences. I ain't reading all that shit. Yeah, that would make sense in Texas. Football's a religion there. I need to go out and visit Texas. I heard that motherfucker flat as hell. Deion is the next Colorado head coach. He's taking Hunter with him and his 2 sons. Yeah, I read that yesterday. I was talking to Dale about that. I was like, But why though? Like, I get it. You need to move up and get closer to that big name job. But like Colorado, that's the one. Like Colorado, bro, you can chill at Jackson State for a little minute, and then all of a sudden take a better job. Colorado, bro. But I get it. They're gonna bring Colorado back in some degree. Not like a national championship contender, but better than they are now. People forget in the 90s, Colorado was actually like a problem. In the early 2000s, when I was a kid, Colorado was like legit. I don't remember any of them niggas really going to the league, but they was always good because they was in the Big 12. It was them, Nebraska, Oregon was still good, Texas, Oklahoma, Miami was good. So yeah, people forget Colorado used to be good. So especially that Ohio State Michigan game. Yeah, Burrow did beat Michigan, or not Michigan, Georgia that year. Oh, I'm sure, Moses. Ain't no halfway nothing, nigga. I'm sure. But I mean, I get it, bro. Like, your emotional investment will make you believe all this shit is real. I get it. Yeah, they won the Natty in the 90s. Because I know that on my NCAA game, one of the historic teams, Colorado, I think it was that 1990 Colorado Buffaloes team. People forget Virginia Tech went to a Natty before, back in the Mike Vick days. Yeah, Geis was asked that in his interview. And ESPN made a big deal about it on First Take. They're asking a high school to rig a game isn't like giving them a fast, expensive car. No, scripting. As far as having him remember scripting, I wouldn't trust him with that. If it was just like, hey man, on this play, when so-and-so throws you the ball, drop it. Yeah, that's one thing, but actually like script out at key events, I wouldn't trust a high school with that. No. That motherfucker gonna go home, smoke a blunt or some shit, and totally forget the next day. Oh, coach, I forgot, bro. My bad. I ain't know I was supposed to do that. Georgia blocked LSU field goal. It's the fact that y'all pick and choose what's real or not. It's not so much picking and choosing what's real or not. It's just the facts of what it is. It's not all the way one thing. It's not all the way another thing. You know, it's whatever number the referee's wearing that tells who will win. Yesterday, the referee wore 46, and the Hornets became 4-6 at home. On Monday Night Football, he wore a 55, and Washington became 5-5 versus the Eagles. He told your friend is fake and scripted. He said he'll never accept it. That's just something he'll have to live with. Yeah, it is what it is, man. By seeing the symbolism agenda of the devil villain and all seeing eye gesture in the Black Adam. I haven't even seen Black Adam yet, man. Like that one, Black Panther 2. What's another big movie that came out? I think there was a third one, but yeah, I haven't been able to watch really any movies. I am barely able to keep with the shows I'm watching now. Like I'm watching Titans, and yeah, this one got Brother Blood. So this season is all about like sacrifice, doing blood rituals and shit. It's on some other shit, demons and shit being harvested in your stomach. It's a good show, but damn, they on some other shit this season. So far, the two upset teams, K-State and Utah, when they won, they improved to 10-3. In other words, before the game was played, they both sat with a 9-3 record. LSU currently 9-3. Oh, what's good? Doe Eyes TV in the building. Go subscribe to the channel if you ain't done so. Hella good content over there. Happy Saturday to you too. Tony Yash Urala. That's the name right there. Says entertainment for the masses. Facts. So Colorado was the shit back in the 90s. Georgia blocked LSU field goal. Everyone stood around and Georgia ran it back for a TD. But Colorado has squads back in the day. Cordell Stewart. There we go. Cordell Stewart was Colorado. That's right. Chad Brown, Eric Bieniemy winning the Heisman. Huh. Damn. But yeah, Cordell Stewart. I forgot about that. So how did they possibly rig the players to sign a certain nigga money? What you mean, fool? Money, the right situation. And obviously some of them, their careers are already lined up for them. Like a nigga, say your dad played in the league. Or, nigga, Arch Manning, prime example, somebody, their career would be more so lined up for him because he got connections with Peyton, Eli, and Archie Manning. Eli's another prime example. Cowboys Nation. I think the Bucks are done. Surprised NFL not giving Brady a better script this year because they finna humiliate his ass. Them niggas are not winning no Super Bowl this year. So Brady gonna go back to the Pats and win it first series back? Nah. Shah Salam, running back at Colorado, was a beast. It's good. Jonathan 21M in the building. What do you got? So Michigan wins tonight and wins on final. That's final play. I'm guessing final play. That'd be the most Big Ten championship thing to happen. You'd rather for Coach Prime to go to Georgia Tech because of his connection with the A, yeah. But to bring it in once bring back a once good college football powerhouse, which that's been a theme last couple years. That's been a theme. It's just like, how's that recruiting gonna go? And the fact he'd really like changed the culture at Jackson State, put a lot more eyeballs on Jackson State, where people weren't talking about Jackson State or any HBCU like crazy like they are now. Like you weren't hearing NFL players who went to, white colleges and stuff talking about if I could redo it, I'd go to this HBCU, or we need to be doing this or doing that. You didn't see ESPN covering Jackson State football before Deion got there. Wait, it is what it is, though. So with Miami getting all these commits in there, dumpster fire shit. Same with Texas A&M. That's part of the process. Some teams got to just stay down for a minute before they get their chance to shine again. Do you think the college players are in the brotherhood down with the boys? Yep. When it's all said and done, I rank LeBron all time with the all-time greats after he passed Kareem at all-time scoring list. He's still a bitch. He could score. That nigga score 100,000 points. He could score 1,000,000 points. That nigga still a bitch. He's never gonna be my GOAT. He's never gonna be the greatest player on the Lakers history, Cleveland Cavaliers history. Yeah, I give him that. But Miami Heat history, I'm just stubborn. I'm gonna say no on that one. But he's still gonna be a bitch. He can stat pad all he wants. Still got a losing record in the finals. He got 3 rings, not 4. What up, Big Pontiac? Shout out to Big Pontiac in the building. What's good? Brady must have broke. He ain't broke the oath. It's just time that you've been winning too much, bro. It's time for you to lose. You can't be winning all the time. Gotta knock you down a peg at some point. Michigan, Ohio State better have to play each other again. That's funny. You'll often see you guys use Gematria college football player jersey numbers. Although a lot of these players just keep their jersey numbers from high school. It's just pure coincidence. I guess everything's a coincidence then. Said LeBron passing Kareem on 3-7. Said D Wade's the greatest player on the Heat in Heat history. Laughing at that because you're a Florida State fan for real. Their problem is they need a stadium like the Orange Bowl again, playing in NFL stadiums. Yeah, they can't sell that bitch out. That's one thing that stood out to me. Laughing at that because, he put it twice. Okay, look, 3, 6, and 1. Yeah, they're about to tie it up. Moses, I just don't like LeBron. They ain't got shit to do about none of that shit. I just don't like that nigga. You'll be alright though, Moses. You'll be alright. LSU just scored on a touchdown. Georgia did nothing but Hollywood dives and arm tackles to get him in. Yep. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, they gonna milk this shit down to the wire. It shouldn't be, but that's what they gonna do. And that would be funny as hell if Georgia does fuck around and actually lose this game. Like 29 over here playing two-hand touch. My God. It's only the third game, too. That's crazy. So Russell Wilson pisses you off. Like I said, we don't claim him. Black folks do not claim Russell Wilson. We will take OJ any day of the week over him. They don't claim Russell Wilson for nothing. Especially after that Broncos country let's ride shit. Oh, hell no. Nah. Hell no. Nah. Styles said LSU gonna beat Georgia. So in the Super Bowl this year, I got San Fran winning this thing. I got San Francisco winning this thing. You can't remember who said this, but the whole world's a stage. Couldn't have been any truer. Yeah, a lot of people say that. Y'all never played sports, blah, blah, giving 1,000 on every blah, blah. Oh, wow. Here we go with the never played sports shit. All right, cool. Super original, bro. Yeah, we're going to get him out of here. Got to be a little bit more original than that. But anyway, is Mahomes the next Brady? I'm saying he is. I don't see anybody else they would necessarily push as hard to be the next Brady. At least currently in the league. I don't see it being Josh Allen. It's damn sure not Lamar Jackson. I know Brady was like, you next and all. It's not Lamar Jackson. As much as they shit on him, it's definitely not Lamar Jackson. Not one student bus went to stadium from campus at Miami's last game. Damn. Yeah, we got him up out here. Yeah, college football. Nigga, these bowl games gonna be crazy. Bowl games gonna be insane. Gonna be clips for clips for clips. I'm probably only gonna do like one, maybe one a day. I don't know. We'll see. Unless some shit's just way too ridiculous. Like, this game I already had like 3 I could have made, but I mean, I'm here. We talking about it. We see it. I ain't gonna do it. But after the stream, though, that's a ball game. How I feel about Deion leaving JSU? So like I said earlier, I would rather him go anywhere besides Colorado. But I understand why they would do that. Like, they've been bringing back certain dominant college football teams from the past, like Tennessee, USC, Nebraska looks like they finna come back. Colorado possibly. Who was it? Michigan came back. So that's what I see. Yeah, exactly. Say Georgia does lose, Michigan, and probably Michigan wins. You don't see all four getting upset together. That means Michigan would go number 1. Then it would be the premier matchup to slot in at number 4. Then it would be what? Michigan, Bama, and Georgia, Ohio State. Off of that assumption. Ohio State, Michigan makes a good storyline, but you're wondering what else would. The Georgia-Michigan matchup, someone had mentioned. Do I see the Panthers winning that? Hell no. That's a hell to the no. Do I think Burrow wins the ring? Yes. Because I remember they hinted at that man being back to the Super Bowl after they lost last year. They said they finna Dan Marino. I don't think he a Dan Marino ass nigga. If anyone, it'd be like Lamar. Maybe Herbert. NFL don't like Dak either. We know why. Well, he played for the Cowboys. That ain't gonna help. All right, it's gonna be my last one. He said, "What are my thoughts on the college football playoffs in general? Like, why not do a March Madness type bracket?" I know you ain't talking about 64 teams. I'm a roll with that. If you talking about 64 teams, that's football. This is way too much. Like, you can't play back-to-back games of football the same way with basketball. It's too much wear and tear on your body. Other things you got to factor in bowl games. some bowl games have to be given up now, or you have to convert them into into host sites for these matchups. I think the max that should get in is, I'll say 8. 8's enough to cause controversy, but get in teams that probably got screwed over in the regular season. I think 12 too many. All right, I lied. Just a couple more. You said don't forget about them boys in Tallahassee, Florida State, that is. Matter of fact, college football is fun when schools like FSU are good. Exactly. It's fun when USC is good. It's fun when Tennessee is good. It's fun when Michigan is good. It was hell when it was just Ohio State, Alabama, and Clemson. I was getting tired of that shit real quick. Who I see win the World Cup? I don't watch the World Cup. I play soccer. I don't watch the World Cup. I know Paul had who do you have? Mexico. That was interesting. Mexico. I don't know. I don't know. So 8 teams would be a good next step. Yeah, instead of 12. But yeah, that has been Rigged College Football episode 3 of season 2. We should be back during bowl season. Probably do one like once every week, maybe 2 a week. We'll see. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Thank you for watching. We are out.